So I guess people are going to want to know not just for what the kids are eating, but what are you cooking and eating at this time of year as it turns cold?
I like soups. I like soups. I like soups. Cold soups, hot soups, warm soups,
There's not a time for cold soup.
lukewarm soups.
There's not a time for cold soup. In October? No.
Well, depends. Okay, my friend. If you're in Alaska, but if you are in
DuPont Circle.
Puerto Rico, so come on. It's cold in your neck of the woods, but America is a very big place, man.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you.
Even bigger than Spain.
Thank you. If you're in Hawaii, hello.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We should do it in
Thank
Hawaii
you.
next time.
So now, if you are in a part of America that happens, it's cold, like where we are in New York, in D.C. I love the seasons. I don't understand people that live in a place that has no seasons.
Los Angeles. You don't like people in Los Angeles?
No, I like the people of Los Angeles, but they are missing the seasons. Life cannot be a forever ending spring. People need to understand the other seasons. The windy season, the rainy season, the colder season, the snowy season.
So you're really from Asturias. You're not from Andalusia at all.
Seasons are important. Sometimes in the middle of summer, I put myself like a sweater to feel warm. When at night, maybe it's just 105 degrees Fahrenheit.
If you came to England, you could do that in the summer. It would be
Yeah.
just fine.
And it rains and rains and rains in the plains of Spain. But I love the seasons.
And the soups.
And that's why I love soups. And I love hot soups. I made a soup the other day in Mexico City. Actually, near Mexico City. I was in Cuernavaca. Oh, Cuernavaca is beautiful. Because it's up in the mountains, 1 hour and a half from Mexico capital. And it's a fascinating place. The trees are always with flowers. I don't know. I love it there. And happens when I was September, October is mushroom season. And Mexico, I was so disappointed because 30-something years ago, I had a book about Mexican food, the first one I ever got, and had this photo of all these wild mushrooms. And then when I visit Mexico, I never found them in the markets, even in mushroom season. You had to go very much to a little town near, I guess, but I could never find them, ever. I was searching for the mushrooms of Mexico, and I could never find it. The only one I ever found, kind of a fungus, huitlacoche, which is this fungus that grows in the corn. Technically, it's almost a sickness of the corn, but which is a delicious mushroom. Everybody should have huitlacoche. But I'm only telling you this story because finally, I was not only in Mushroom Paradise, but I found this little place, this little market that they had more than 12 different types of wild mushrooms, from the porcinis, the chanterelles, the morels. So I began buying a box of each. And on the first day, I didn't do anything with them because I didn't have a kitchen, because I thought some friends were going to call us to cook, but at the end got late and they didn't. And at the end, I went to a restaurant. They treated me so well. And I give those mushrooms to the restaurant so they could make the next day family meal with those mushrooms. So that was great.
Now it's time for our special Good Neighbor segment, brought to you by our sponsor, State Farm. My listeners know that celebrating local food and supporting local farms is very important to me. But buying from local farms for my restaurants and for myself at home is not just about cooking and eating the freshest food. It's an investment in building resilient communities. Every squash, mushroom, or beautiful, delicate, delicious bag of microgreens supports a business and sustains our neighborhoods. In other words, when I buy local, when you buy local, We're being good neighbors by supporting our local farms and communities. So, a big thank you to State Farm for sponsoring Longer Tables and highlighting how we can all be good neighbors with our local communities. State Farm is there with the coverage you need for your car, your home, and even boats, motorcycles, RVs, and other things that matter to you. With a State Farm agent, you know someone is there to help you choose the coverage you need. With so many coverage options, it feels good knowing you can find what works best for you and your needs. And when you need ways to get help, State Farm gives you options there too. Whatever it is, in person or on the phone with your local agent or on statefarm.com or on their award winning app, State Farm lets you do things your way. So when you need help protecting the things that matter most, remember to say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Next day, I went back to the market. Yes, I bought the mushrooms, and I went to Cuernavaca to cook at the house of this friend. And I made 5, 6, 7 dishes with those mushrooms, but I made soup.
A mushroom soup.
A mushroom soup.
Finally, we get to the soup.
A mushroom soup. And the mushroom soup had 6, 7 types of mushrooms, chopped, fine. I put some huitlacoche because I bought huitlacoche, onion, sweat with olive oil, long time, almost an hour, in a beautiful Mexican terracotta. And when the onion was nice and soft and sweet, the right amount of brown, I put the mushrooms, chop. I left some of the small morels whole. And then I kept sweating and cooking the mushrooms. And then I think I was drinking tequila. I put a couple of glasses of tequila right there.
On purpose?
On purpose. I mean, yeah, I was tasting so many different tequilas that I kept throwing in. And then I put some epazote. And then I use...
You have to explain, epazote.
Epazote is an herb. Epazote is a fascinating, pungent, deep, fascinating smell. First time you smell it, you may be like, ooh, it's stronger than cilantro in so many ways, longer. Almost looks like elongated acorn tree leaf with the sides of the leaf slightly edgy but round. Is green epazote, is reddish purple epazote, is different types of epazote. But again, a Mexican staple. And anyway, I boil it for 30 minutes. The entire kitchen was used. Smelling of those beautiful mushrooms. I mean, the mushrooms were so fresh. The ceps, especially the porcini, that they look like those kids' cartoons that almost looks like gnomes were living in them. I mean, that's how fresh they were. And that's it, man. At the end, some heavy cream, some egg yolks.
Water or stock?
I put chicken stock because they had it, but you can do it with water, is good. I blend a little bit to give it a little more, but a little bit, like 5%. It's almost I put the blender in the soup and I do a couple of... And then you add the egg and the cream to the plate. One egg yolk with a little bit of the cream. One egg yolk, the cream, and then some cheese. Parmesan, Manchego works, but in Mexico they have so many good, amazing, different cheeses that they had one there, I forgot even the name. And we grate it, and then you go and you pour the soup on the plate, and then the egg yolk mixes with the cream and the cheese. Is my favorite soup. I learned it in a restaurant in New York. I used to work, El Dorado Petit, and we had that soup on the menu. Oh, fascinating soup. The presentation simple, but it's nothing like a wild mushroom soup.
Perfect for this time of year.
Perfect. And if you're vegetarian, just you add vegetable stock or nothing. Or nothing.
Love it.